years ago, I was certain that I'd be finishing college around this time. I put a lot of pride into my schoolwork. I had 12-hour school days, which I constructed myself, and I thought was an amazing plan because it got all of my studies crammed in very quickly so I could graduating right on track. To do that, I did a lot of things that normal people wouldn't do. I did statistic tests during my bowling practices, and I studied during my work shifts all the time, which made me look a little undedicated to my job, but to me, that dedication translated into dedication to my schoolwork. I can say that with confidence, I put everything I had into a higher education throughout until higher education couldn't throw anything at me. A lot of things happened with my family, and higher education became something that just wasn't feasible for the time being. I had no schedule to guide myself, and it was strange because I had never not had a schedule to tell me what to do and where to go. From an early age, I had had everything planned out for me from academics to what I would wear to academics to where I would go after academics. It was scary and a little bit terrifying. I thought that this progression in my life was a hindrance towards affording a progression of my life. I thought that academics was one of the only ways that I could meaningfully progress my life. But because I had no schedule, I had nothing to do and I became very bored. And with that boredom grew curiosity, and with that curiosity grew fascination and progression to other things in my life. I spent time with my family and friends that I had never had before. I went and traveled the city that I had lived in for 20 years and never got to see with my own eyes, which I found breathtaking. I eventually reached out to potential clients for small businesses like my baking and making little bracelets, and through that and other little side businesses, I made enough money to travel comfortably and do things in states I had only ever seen on television. I thought that quitting academics for a little bit was a hindrance to my personal goals and my personal future, but it was actually the break from my academics was actually a silver lining. It allowed me to grow in other ways that I thought I could never grow. I would be graduating this year if I had continued college on the track that I thought, but I would have no friends to celebrate my graduation with, and I would have no stories to tell them. The idea of this story is that sometimes getting off track is okay, maybe in spite of the awkwardness and the scary, terrifying feeling that we get with getting off track. It opens possibilities for us that we didn't think we had, that we didn't think were good for us. Possibilities that can change our whole track of life for the unexpected, but for good